doing today? Today is another segment of Sassy Fitness Empowerment Fridays, where I will provide you with empowerment information that will help you in your day-to-day lives. Today, I want to talk to you about confidence as well as being active. Yep, I said it, being active. Now, I made a post on Facebook last week that says a confident woman does not seek approval. And what I meant by that statement is basically that you shouldn't seek approval for something that you already know about yourself. Meaning, you should know your worth. It is very important to know your worth. We all know what we're capable of. We all know what we are good at. And we all know what we're striving for. So do not allow others to prevent you from reaching your goals or for aiming for whatever it is that you might be trying to aim for. So with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. There was a point in time where I used to be that way. I used to worry so much about what others thought about me. I used to seek validation. And I always felt like, if I didn't get the approval of others, that I wasn't good enough, or that what I wanted to do was not good enough, or, that no one would like it. And I allowed that to hold me back from a lot of things. And as you can see, that is not the case anymore. I am going after what it is that God has destined me to go after. And I'm not seeking approval of no one but the man upstairs, because at the end of the day, he has the last say and nobody on this earth has it. So I don't want you to feel like you have to worry so much about what other people think, because at the end of the day, everyone's going to have an opinion. There is something that my brother told me a few months ago, and it kind of stuck with me. And he said that, you can get 1,000 reviews on Google, and out of those 1,000, you can have 905 plus stars, and then the rest of them, you have 1 star. That's not really going to make a difference. At the end of the day, you cannot please everyone. Once you know that your purpose is being fulfilled and that your motive is right and you have a good heart when you're going out to do whatever it is you're set out to do, that for me is what matters most. Because when I die, I don't really care to have people trying to remember me for how much money I made or what kind of car I drove, because at the end of the day, they're really not going to care about that. What people truly remember and what people truly care about is how you made a change in the world, how you made a difference in the world. So my goal is to empower women. I used to compete. I did about 5 years competing in bodybuilding. I decided to take this year off to focus on what my heart set out for me to do, and that was to fill women up with the wealth of knowledge that I received while competing. I learned a lot in the military. I learned a lot competing about nutrition, and I don't want to keep all that information to myself. Like, why would I do that? I'm not helping anyone by keeping everything to myself. And I'm not the type of person that's going to get all this knowledge and then take it to the grave with me, because at the end of the day, what purpose is it going to serve? If I can help the next woman, empower her, and then my legacy can move on through others, that's what I desire. So what I'm going to talk to you today is about being active, as I mentioned earlier. A lot of women have come to me and have told me, I have this desire to work out, but I have these setbacks, I have these stumbling blocks, and I really don't know where to start or if I should. My thing is this: doing something is better than doing nothing. It doesn't matter if you're going for a stroll in the park, if you're walking up and down the street. It does not matter as long as you're moving. Now, when I say being active, I'm not talking about going to the store and running errands. That's not the same. It needs to be like a consistent activity that you're doing, like a conscious effort to go walk at the park, or a conscious effort to say, okay, I'm going to spend 15 minutes just walking in my neighborhood. Just yesterday, I had a family member come up to me and she watched one of my dance fitness videos. And one thing she said to me, it made me smile, believe it or not. She said, you know, I pulled up your video and I started dancing to it, and I got through 15 minutes of it and I had to stop because I was tired. And what I said to her was, you know what? You did 15 minutes. I said, you did something. That is awesome. You didn't just look at the video and defeat yourself and say, psh, I can't do that. You know, she took upon herself to say, hey, I'm going to try it. I may only do 15 minutes, but I did something. And a lot of women will feel bad that they only did 15 minutes. Listen, I have been active for years. I mean, I was active in high school. I played sports. I was active after high school. I went into the military. I was active. So I've always had an active life. Now, don't get me wrong. I am human. I've had my moments when I wasn't as active and I had to pick myself back up and get back on the train. So that is what it's all about. Don't look at it as, you know, I've fallen off and there's no possible way I can get back up. What do you mean there's no possible way? Yes, there is. There is a possible way. As long as there's breath in your body, you can get back up. I promise you, you can get back up. It may not be easy to get back up. You may have lack of motivation, but at the end of the day, it is possible. Sometimes you need that person, that friend, that colleague, whoever, to just encourage you. And if you see it enough, you think about it and you're like, you know what, I really need to just do it. And I say this a lot, be like Nike and just do it. Don't think about it, because 9 times out of 10, when you think about it, you're talking yourself out of doing it, or you're finding excuses why you shouldn't do it. And if you just don't think about it and you say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do it, you will do it. And the journey that I'm on, it was no walk in the park. I promise you, it was not a walk in the park. I had to make a conscious effort to change my lifestyle. A lot of times we like to blame our genetics on the way that we look or the way that we feel. Now granted, genetics do have a lot to do with where you store fat. Some people may store fat in their hips and thighs. Some people may store fat in their midsection. Some people may store fat in their upper body, in their backs. Everyone is different. And that's why when people ask me, and I get this a lot, I want to work out, but my target area is my midsection. There was something I watched on Instagram and I love the analogy. I wish I had a balloon right now to demonstrate. But basically, I'm going to see if I can figure something out real quick. So this bag I have right here. Imagine that this is your body, okay? Or this is your, this is your body, or the skin around your body. And I'm going to take this little beautiful thing right here, and this is going to be your muscle. So you put this inside. I know it's not going to fit, but you know, just work with me. So we're going to put it in there the best we can. Let's just pretend it's in there, okay? So if you have this bag, it's tight around your muscle. But guess what? If you put bad things consistently into that bag, it's gonna grow. And that's the fat, right? And a lot of people think, oh, to get rid of the fat, I'm gonna get some scissors and try to cut it out. I kinda hope you don't do that, because you're kinda damaging yourself if you do. But to each his own. But what you do need to do is not starve yourself, because that's not helping you if you starve yourself. What you need to do is eat better and move about. You have to start slow. So unfortunately I didn't have a balloon would have been much more stretchier, but you get the gist of my point. You have to pretty much just eat better and be active. 9 times out of 10, if you just change how you eat alone without being as active, you're gonna notice a change in your weight. Okay? If you eat and work out, guess what? Your weight's gonna change and you're gonna change your body composition. There's no way, like I mentioned earlier, you have different body parts genetically that you gain fat in. So you can't say I'm just gonna go train my belly and I'm gonna lose it. Or you have to train everything. Okay? So my message for you beauties, I hope you learned a lot, is that you can make changes. Small changes are still changes. And small changes turn to medium changes, which then turn to large changes, which then becomes a lifestyle. And once it's a lifestyle, think about the habits that you have every day. You get up, you shower, you get dressed, you go to work. It's a routine. You're accustomed to it, you're used to doing it. If you incorporate that same mindset into your lifestyle as far as your health, your wellness, and being active, and make it a habit, it takes about 21 days to create a habit. If you do this, trust and believe, you will like the changes that you see. All right, I'm gonna leave that with you ladies today. And again, feel free to comment below if you have any questions about what I have said today. And as always, you beauties have a marvelous one. Let's get fit, get on board, and let's do that doggone thing. All right, Sassy Fit